Co-heirs. I'm so excited. Let me get my life together. Look who I got in the guest seat.
Hey, I am.
Why?
I'm Danielle. I am a 25-year-old young black femme.
Oh, yes, yes.
I actually work with young girls, so this is definitely a topic we used to always talk about, the whole goals in relationships. I'm in school, UNCG, Spartan Pride.
At Geek Pride.
I teach, and my side hustle, do a little bit of makeup here and there. And I am officially an author of a book called Boldly There.
Yes, she is.
Well, I'm Bree. Wow, I don't know. It's always so hard. I'm in education. I too have also worked with young girls. It's such a passion. I'm 26, so I'm going through that 20-something little phase. I'm also in graduate school right now, so I'm pursuing my master's degree.
Awesome.
Wow, my side hustle, I do eyelash extensions. So yes, link that too.
Yes, we all like that. And you gonna see some pictures, some videos later on. Yeah.
I am Tiffany. So I'm a little bit on the older side, right, guys? I'm about to be
She don't look it.
34.
Oh, we got
34, right?
Married, got 2 kids, and I actually work with this young lady.
She works with me, you guys.
Awesome. And on the side, I do a little bit of hair. So if you ever need
It ain't no little bit. I got it.
full crew,
I got it.
makeup, lashes,
And hair.
stylish. Yes, and style.
I've been talking to this girl.
Twitter.
Like, I've been trying to tell her purpose is hair. And I've been saying, okay, Tip, what you gonna do? I done printed out a few books for her. So little pamphlets that I done created so she can fill out. But, and you remember, if you guys remember when you follow me on Facebook when we first launched One Air's Lane, and I was like, y'all, this white sofa is everything. This is Tip. This is Tip. So she loves me. They love me. It's Valentine's Day, look. And I know for some of you guys, you're dreading it. Like, I don't want to be here on Valentine's Day. I don't want to think about Valentine's Day. I don't want to see the roses. I don't want to see the hearts, whatever, you know. But this channel is all about, and this month, of course, if you've been following us, is about self-love, self-care, self-worth, self-value. We have standards, ladies. And if you don't have any, you need to get some. It's not called bougie, it's called standards. Right, I should have had the shirt on today, but I don't. You know what? It says that this is my moment and I am determined to live in purpose. Okay? Standards. So get some. But, you know, today, just come on in, talk with us, leave comments below, whatever. We want to hear from you. And this is just us being open, giving you guys our background, our testimony. A lot of times when you see women, especially beautiful women who look like they have it all together, truth is we have not always had it all together. Look, we have not always had it all together. And truth be told, we're still trying to get there. Let's talk first off about hashtag relationship goals.
Hashtag relationship goals.
You know, it's all over IG. And especially when it gets close to Valentine's Day, it's going to be everywhere. That might be a day some of you guys not even get on social media. So what is exactly hashtag relationship goals? What does that look like to you guys?
I can tell you what it is on social media. On social media, it is the cute guy, the cute girl happen to be rocking the same Jordan, the same outfit. He's like 6'9", and she's like 4'2". And that's hashtag relationship goals as it pertains to like when we're looking on social media, all we see is, do they complement each other? Are they both attractive individuals? Because you're not gonna see no hashtag relationship goals on someone who's not attractive.
No,
let's just be real.
No, they'll put it out there.
Good looking, attractive people. Normally the girl is a Coke bottle. Normally she got some bundles in her hair. She may be foreign, depending on the way we go with this. He's typically like maybe light skin, brown skin, probably tatted muscles. So it's all about the attractiveness of an individual that for social media is that thing that kind of earns that whole right to say hashtag relationship goals. And half the time that's not reality.
It's not.
You know? We have to look deeper and beyond the picture. And so most times we have to ask ourselves, hashtag relationship goals, but what are you doing to obtain that?
Right.
We don't know that maybe they don't like each other. We don't know the struggle. We don't know that he probably cheated on her. We don't know the ins and outs of the relationship. So when it pertains to social media, it creates this big illusion, a facade of this is what you want. This is what a single young black individual, black women, this is what we should attain or to work towards. This look. And it's just the image.
Right. Right.
That's it.
So it puts a lot of pressure, I feel like, on especially teenage girls coming up. They are dealing with stuff that we did not have to deal with because social media wasn't as prominent as it is today. And so to see all of these examples of what I'm supposed to look like, how my hair is supposed to be, and what my man is supposed to be like, he's supposed to do this and do that, and I feel like we're chasing after something that's like it's not real. And so social media has a great way of putting that out there. It's always highlighting the highlights, and you're never seeing what's going on really behind the scenes and what it took to get that relationship. And not saying that some relationships are not hashtag relationship goals, because some of them are definite ones to look after, but I feel like the majority of them are pretty much what we want you to see.
What we want you to see.
Right.
Goals is like the misused word of our time. Like there's goals behind everything. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It takes the potent from that word.
Right.
Goal. Yeah.
If we can make it a picture, then we've achieved that goal.
Exactly.
But it's way more. Yeah, it's way
Right.
more to that. So.
Like also, I had to speak the other weekend in reference to single. I feel like the word single women can be very counterintuitive, and that many people look at it as something negative. And to be single is to say that you're not whole, like you're missing a half, and you're not whole until you find that in a man, which is so untrue. And if you go back to the basis of this, and I wasn't gonna go here, but I'm going here anyway, that when God created man and woman, he first created Adam, and he said that he did not think it was good for man to be alone, so therefore he created woman from the man's rib. Everything that God does is perfect, and so when he separated woman from man, he did not separate woman from man to be broken or somebody that was fractured or somebody that was not whole without the other. No, we were made in his likeness, and we were made to complement one another. In reality, like you as a single woman, you are just as whole as a man or a woman who's married. It's just that you have not found that man, or better yet, he has not found you to complement one another. Oh, like I've heard women say, and I think I've even said it before, that you need a man to complete you. No, you don't need a man to complete you. You are whole all by yourself.
Two whole individuals.
Exactly. And when you find a man who truly compliments you, he brings something out of you, a better version of you, shall I say, and make you want to go harder, and vice versa. You pull out a better version of him. So to be single is not a negative thing. It's and it's all in how you look at it, and you can't allow the world to paint that picture for you. I feel like it's hard out here, especially for a woman, especially as a woman and a black woman at that. Here we are, we're trying to do for everybody. We're nurturers, and we're trying to do for ourselves, but yet, truth be told, even as a single woman, like you want someone to love you. And I know in my past, I was not that girl sitting around waiting on the Lord to show me my man. I was sitting around getting my life together in terms of what my hair was going to look like for the night of the club, what my outfit was going to look like, because I was about to go get me a man.
I did it. Yeah. I mean, I'm newly, getting my life together. Yeah. Like, honestly speaking, like I know my most recent ex, honestly, I met him at a bar, like right there. He bought me a drink, and that's how it began. But like just going forth, it was like, okay, what am I going to wear tonight? What if I meet someone, make sure my hair looks this way, make sure my outfit's this way. And looking at it now, it's like, my husband, I don't want to meet my husband at the bar. Like, I don't want to. Like, I don't want to believe that's the way God's going to bring my husband to me. And that's like you said, that's me reaching out saying, I'm going to go find someone tonight. Like, I'm going to go here and he's going to meet me there. But it's like, honestly, I don't want that to be my story.
No.
I don't want to be at my wedding like, yeah, I met him here. He bought me this shot. Like, no, I don't want that to be me. And I know, like, that's just not the way it's going to be. And where I am now, it's like, I'm not, if I go to the grocery store, ugly, no makeup, my hair is this way, that's fine.
Right.
Like, it can happen that way. It's fine. But it took a lot of time to get there.
It does.
To say, like, I don't need to put this on to go here in order to meet a man. It doesn't have to be that way.
Right.
I think on the flip side of that, because we get so caught up in thinking that this is a particular thing that we do when we are going to certain type of places, such as clubs or bars or whatever the case may be. But in all reality, we have females, and I speak because I wasn't the clubber, so that wasn't when I have gone out. Yeah, of course I've gotten cute, and my intentions have been like, hopefully a guy would see me. But I can count on one hand how many times I've gone to the club in my entire adult life. Yeah. So for me, that was church. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So we take on that same kind of concept, that same kind of like, ooh, what I'm gonna wear today?
Wow. Right. Yeah.
Can't breathe,
and I still wear mine.
Right. I'm making sure. I know. I don't want my brother to fall. I don't want to see. I don't want to cause him to see. But I want him to see me.
I want him to see me.
You know what I'm saying? Like I want him to. And the thing is, and it's not saying that the one that is different, we can pick up different guys from the bar or the church, because these days they the same.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
And it's almost as if, what are you attracting? You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
And so if I am, now I'm a full figure chick. And I mean, I do like stuff that goes around my curves.
Yes.
But I think that there is there's a difference in between almost like how you wear it and your standard, like when you're wearing it.
Right.
And I think we can exude desperate, we can, and so compared to what I would wear back then, it may be the same thing now, but it's totally different. So I think that we get caught up on it being just a club. No,
it's not just a club.
Church.
It's
we
the
do
church.
it there too, because I was one like, shoot, he gonna see me today.
And truth be told,
I can't wait to offer it.
When I walked around that table. Okay. And truth be told, like, of course I live my life, I party. I was that party hardy girl. And the guys that I met, none of the relationships in the club, none of them lasted. But even after I switched over and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get my life together, like Bree said, it is a process, and it was a process, because I did not come into the church with a completely different mindset. I was still trying to figure out, okay, like Danielle said, what am I gonna wear? 'Cause I need him to see me. He's somewhere up in here. And if I could be completely honest with myself, when I reflect back, I was not happy with who I was. This is me, like behind all the makeup that I used to wear and take off all the wigs and all the long weaves that I used to wear. Like, this was who I really was, but this was the girl that they never saw.
I met my husband at 21, so I was in the club. I didn't meet him in the club. We were both in the club, so I went through all those stages. I went through the whole thing of, okay, so that's another girl you're talking to? And he went through, oh, so you talked to him? And it's like, oh, okay, great. And then we went through the stage of where I was really unhappy with myself. And he's like, okay, look, ma'am, you gonna have to get yourself together. Whatever space you need, I'm here. And it's not very seldom you find guys that want to stick through that. And that was a really hard patch. Then it was like, oh, I have my son. So it's like, great. So this is forever now. There's no turning back.
Forever.
We have a kid. And we went through a whole lot of stuff through that. We were almost 3 years in when I had him. So it's like, okay, you still kind of getting at that stage to where you still figuring each other out, but now you add a baby to the picture.
My gosh,
a whole
baby.
Like, so I have to take care of him, and I'm still kind of taking care of you, because you in that stage of, I don't even know if I'm like a man or a boy. So it was like trying to get you together and trying to get myself together. It was a lot. It was
sounds like a lot.
And then it's like, okay, great. Let's get back in this church. We don't have to figure this out, because we're not falling apart.
Right.
Like, oh yeah, we here. Let's get married. Then I've only been married to him since my son was 5. My son's 10 now, so we've been married for 5 years. Then I have my little girl, and it's like all the stuff now is starting Like, we're in a good spot. So when I see people who are like fresh, hold on, if you think y'all can make it, definitely make it. Like, go ahead. Y'all gonna go through a lot of stuff. You're gonna go through a lot. Because you're two people. Right. You're working on becoming one.
I like how you said both becoming one. When you do get married, a lot of us don't really realize all the responsibilities that come with the marriage, and that's why divorce rates, we see them so high, especially with our younger generation, because when they get into the actual relationship, the whole commitment.
And I think that stems back to the whole relationship goal.
Yeah.
Because it's like, yeah, let's get married. But you guys have been together for 6 months.
Yeah.
Sure, that's what you want to do?
Right.
Because that's forever. If you were brought up with that, mentality, like, we're together, this is it. But then you think of social media and you see all these people who post their glamorous stuff. It's like, yeah, let's get married.
You don't bring me flowers anymore.
That honeymoon phase.
I think the danger with the relationship goals isn't necessarily people that are posting. It's the people that are watching. It's the viewers. That's what makes it dangerous, because now we're sitting and we're watching your life, and so now you have to make sure you're giving us whatever it is we want to see.
Right.
And so it is the viewers that will make people stay together when they don't want to be together. It is the viewers who create that whole perception that, we can do this thing as long as we look cute, we got it, let's go get married.
Yeah.
It's the viewers. It's us who see these things, and we are the ones that's creating the social media relationship.
Right, because it wouldn't be anything without us. Right.
So we are the ones contributing to our own misunderstanding of what a relationship goal should look like if it is something that you could capture.
Right.
We do that to ourselves.
Exactly.
So look at here.
She just dropped. You need to take that in, viewers. And if you want a relationship to withstand, go through longevity, then you work on that. And don't put your business out there on social media. We tired of reading about your marriage.
One minute y'all good.
Yeah.
The next minute you
Everything's downhill. Right.
We all
in a relationship now.
Let's just wait a minute. Oh, wait, they back together.
They back
Right. Like, no, we didn't get over this yet.
No.
Right. You got 10+ followers. We all in this.
We all in this. I'm still mad. When did we make up? As women, single women and married women, how do you guys feel about being friends with exes? My God. It's a no in my house. And and me as a wife, I respect that from my husband. Although I can see the opposite side of it, where we just friends on social media. I don't check up on them. I don't do this. But truth be told, back in my day, when I stayed friends with my exes, you were my side. Things didn't work out over here. I knew I could hit you up.
I knew you could come.
Right.
Look at here.
Come on,
You're
sir.
leaving that window open.
Right.
The door is always open.
It's always open.
No matter if you're single, you're dating, or you're married. For me personally, if I see, I'd be like, why?
Why?
Like, no, that's not gonna work for us. Because it's just a thought. Like, we get in a little argument, who you gonna run to?
Right.
That's my thinking. She's on there. Hey, why you won't send her a little inbox? Or, why you won't put a little heart?
Right.
A happy face?
Right.
A little like. Like, no, that's, I just don't think that it's appropriate. It's not acceptable.
It's not.
It's not.
And I've been on both sides of the same situation about the whole friends with ex, whether that was us on social media or we blocked each other, but trying to still be friends outside of that. Not my most recent ex, but the ex before that, he's married with a whole kid.
Right.
Ends up somehow on my Snapchat. Now, we've been friends since middle school on my social media. And I think that kind of plays it may play a little. It may add something. I don't know. May make the situation a little different for me across the board. No.
Yeah.
But so we've been friends. So I say all to say is I never thought to delete him off of like, Facebook and all that stuff because we've been there since forever.
Exactly.
And then all of a sudden it was like little gestures. Now I don't like your wedding pictures. You know, I'm all for you. There's no residue. There's nothing between us. Like I don't feel anything towards you. And it was, you know, real tiny stuff.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden in my inbox, and I'm like, you got a whole kid and a wife.
A whole kid and a whole wife.
I'm going to block you. It's a whole household.
Right.
So if you cannot be friends.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's funny because my most recent ex told me when we were dating about, we had a little talk about the whole ex thing, being friends. And I was, at that time, I was young. I was like, oh, I love you. You the love of my life. You don't mean nothing. I want them to see I want them to see me happy.
Come on.
Okay?
Yeah.
And he said something that has stuck with me. And he says, all the enemy needs is just one little crack.
One crack.
One slither of entrance. And he'll bust that thing wide open. And granted, nothing happened between that ex and my most recent ex. There was nothing that happened. But I was able to understand, like, okay, I see what you're saying.
Even though I'm happy.
Even though I'm happy.
Know that.
He don't know
Right.
that. Right. Gives you, and it's funny because another sister friend of mine who I love dearly, we was talking and I was telling her about my recent ex texting me. And I said, you know, I respond, but I'm like, you know, it's nothing, it's innocent. Like, I don't want him. You know, I'm really playing it off. And she says to me, and it hurt me so bad. She says, why do you feel like you got to keep texting him though? Like, because I'm telling her it's innocent. Like, he asked me this and I just answered the question.
Right.
Something very generic. And she's like, but why do you feel like he even should get a part of you anymore? Like, why should he have any access to you? If he hurt you, why should he be so privileged to still enjoy you a little?
Right.
And I brush it off like, you know, it wasn't nothing. But while I'm on that stair stepper talking to her, I'm sitting there like, yo, she got a valid point. So if I'm allowing him to still have some access to me, then that means that maybe, just maybe, I ain't got through with all of it yet. Like, maybe I'm thinking that there's a slither of some type of hope. And I had to ask myself, why are you trying to be friends with your ex?
Right.
Especially when it has been proven to you that that don't work.
No.
I've been a side chick with my ex because he done moved on.
Been a side chick before too.
Yep. All in favor.
You know what I'm saying? And if I'm being honest, we was talking about standards earlier. I didn't always have standards like that. It was whatever way I could get you and your attention. As a matter of fact, in my mind, I'm like, oh, I'm doing the same thing she did to me because she knew about me.
Right.
But what she don't know is he's still coming to me. And then that was my whole...
Who he calling at night.
Right.
Who he wanting to know is
you know
what you doing.
And although I thought that I was being this, taking power, taking control of it, I'm my own woman, you know, I'm liberating myself doing this. No, I was broken. I was causing more pain to myself.
Exactly.
Thinking that was okay.
You don't know it.
You don't know it.
Time, you don't
know it.
Yes.
I don't know it. I saw this quote that said, fear induces facts. And I thought that was so true because underneath it all, we have some type of fear of whether it's just being alone. And so that induces the facts that really you have an issue with yourself. Whatever that issue is, it's like you're reducing that and pushing it off to the side because you're fearful in some form or fashion.
And that's definitely what it was.
Yeah.
You know, you find yourself on some couch like, I don't know what's wrong.
Or you find yourself in that one like devastating situation. Like I'll never forget. I was in college. I was a side chick. But this situation, it was like, girl, you are sitting here in this man's house with his main chick while you're doing his hair. What's your problem?
What's your problem?
Point, it's like, yeah, it's time for you to wake up.
Right.
This is unacceptable. Like, they having a whole conversation, not realizing that you still here because you was just with him and she came to visit.
Right.
But it's crazy. I'm telling you. And then I woke up, I was like, girl, goodbye.
We
this
do.
is not normal.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's not worth it. Oh, you love me? Yes, I really do love you. But I have another girl.
Right.
And it's like, okay, but you love me because you spend enough time with me.
Right.
But when you put yourself in that situation, and I literally had like a sitting there braiding, I never forget, I was braiding his hair and I was like, goodbye. Literally got up and walked out the house because I was like, this is not for me.
This is right.
I'm sharing you with someone else when I know my potential.
Right.
Like I can be the whole, you when you're with someone, you do wifely things.
Yeah.
It's your nature as a woman to nature a man. And it's like, okay, so you didn't sit up here. You didn't clean this man's whole house, but for her.
His whole house. For her. For her.
No, it's time for you to go.
Yeah.
Hey, see y'all. Oh, you going? Yes, I'm gone. They don't even, you don't have to know the reason why. Like,
No.
you'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure if he's doing it while it's someone else.
Right.
It's someone else.
Those
But it's
aha
like
moments.
I never forget that. And my husband to the same, he was like, wow, you came along.
And when I told Lan about some of my issues, he's been like, so you were that girl?
Yes.
I was like, yeah, that was
me.
Unfortunately, that girl. Like, yeah. So it's easy for us to sit and say, you don't have to be in that position and you don't have to settle for less. You don't have to do this because we've been there.
Right.
You can do so much better.